Welcome to Synchrony, building a conscious connection to your intuition. Have you ever felt stuck and just needed a little boost across your intuitive awareness continuum? Maybe you could have benefited from intuitive mentoring. Now, I've said it before and I will say it again. You are intuitive. Do you ever have difficulty deciphering a message or getting to the next level of your awareness? You know what? I think it's safe to say that we've all been in that place. You might need someone to help you to move along your intuitive awareness continuum, or to become more aware of even that you're receiving messages, or to be aware of how those messages are speaking to you. Sometimes that needs a little help. We can't do this alone. Now what I'm going to say to you is, let's talk a little bit about mentoring. And what is an intuitive mentor? It's someone who is impartial. A mentor is an objective observer who listens and asks what I'm going to call the right questions. They don't necessarily give you the answers. They're going to encourage you to discover those answers by yourself. They don't necessarily have the answers so much as they can provide guidance to discover those answers. Now, intuitive mentoring can be one-on-one, or it can be in a group that meets regularly to help you to discover the answers. With an intuitive mentor, you can meet, or with an intuitive mentoring community, you can meet in real time, face-to-face, Skype, FaceTime, Zoom. Really meet with that person or that group in any way that works best for you and for the group or for the mentor that you're working with one-on-one. It's because it's really less important about how you connect than that you connect to someone or a community that's really important, that believes that your intuitive journey is important and that they are supportive of your intuitive journey. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about an intuitive mentor, and that can be an individual or it can be a community of people, a group that you meet with. What happens during an intuitive mentoring session? So I'm going to just go over a few things with you and say any of these activities can work with a person or with a group of people. You may choose to work with energy techniques that anchor you into the present moment, that create a shield or a bubble around you, because intuition speaks only in the present moment. If you're focused on past worries or regrets, or if you are focused on something that may or may not happen in the future, you're not going to be able to hear your intuition. And that's important. Any session includes the practice of anchoring into the moment and creating that shield so that you can really listen to what is happening, to what your intuition is saying. You may also decide to use tools that help strengthen your connection to your intuition. I've used a pendulum, divination cards, artwork, music, nature. I've even used solitaire during a mentoring session to help someone become more aware. Any of these tools are used in real time. They're used when the person is anchored. And although you may ask, what message is my intuition relaying to me? Sometimes you can just say, I'm open to my intuition. And then notice what pops up. So no expectations, no real question, just that mindful paying attention of how your intuition is speaking to you. The most important aspect of any intuitive mentoring session is the dialogue piece. And this is a very particular way of communicating that takes a little bit of practice to learn, and I'm not going to go through all of the steps in this video. I will tell you though, with dialogue, You have intentional listening. And so when the other person is listening, you give them your entire attention. You're not formulating your response. You're not even thinking about questions. You are just listening. When that person stops speaking, that's when you formulate your thoughts. What happens is during that silence, you allow the words to sink in and your intuition to bubble up. It's a way of breathing into your intuition. And as you exhale into your speech, your intuition speaks. This is true for when another person is listening. You listen in the same way. When you're listening, you expect that another person is going to listen in that way. And in that way, they're sharing their intuition with you. They're providing those questions to help you move into the next phase of your intuitive wisdom. As a group, you may choose activities collectively to practice during or in between sessions. Or you just might notice what your intuition is saying to you and then come back to it in the next session. If you choose to work with a mentor, they will suggest activities that are uniquely based upon helping you move along your intuitive awareness continuum. It's important to realize that a mentor helps you move, guide you along your continuum, but you're the one who has to do the work. They provide support for your burgeoning intuition. Now you might ask, what is the end result of intuitive mentoring? You gain information about how you're recognizing and processing your intuition. One of the great things is as your confidence increases, you're no longer going to question. You're going to know that you're intuitive. You just have to be mindful in order to pick up those intuitive cues. And through intuitive mentoring, you begin to, in the spans between your intuitive mentoring sessions, you really begin to integrate intuition into the whole of your life. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you've got questions, let me know. If you're ready to get a baseline of your intuitive knowing, contact me for a neurosynchrony facilitation session. It's the gateway to intuitive mentoring. Have a great day.